Hello everyone, my name is Masterstarman, and welcome back for more of the Let's Play Kirby's Dream Collection project. Last time, we actually didn't really, well, we sort of played this game. We've played through Adventure, and finished this game up for realsies this time, including also showing off a bunch of changes that were in the GBA remake of this game, Kirby Nightmare Dreamland, including the Meta Nightmare stuff. I promise this is the only time in the playthrough that I'm gonna do that. Kirby Super Star has a remake, but we're not gonna focus on that because I've already done a Let's Play that mainly. Anyways, let's not jump into Super Star quite yet though, because we have a little new game to check out here, Kirby's Dreamland 2 for the Game Boy. This one was always kind of a black sheep game for me for quite a while, but I did kind of practice this here last fall, and I generally quite enjoyed it, so yeah. Who are these faces here? Well, we won't know until we kind of go to get things started here. This is Kirby's Dreamland 2. Let me erase some of these save files here just because I don't know if there's even anything on them there. Yeah, so Dreamland 2, let's kind of just go ahead and get things rolling here. Kind of wastes no time getting into this here. Level 1 is Grassland. This is, you know, it's released in a post-adventure world, and it's kind of meant to give more of the Kirby gameplay that people grew to love with Adventure, but on the Game Boy, so let's go ahead and kind of get things rolling here. Pretty similar to the original Dreamland in control and essence, although with a few other new additions that were added in Kirby's Venture, mainly, if I can start finding some of these things. Actually, I'm not even sure if we'll see these things. Yes, we will. The copy ability. This was kind of the thing Kirby became known for after Kirby's Venture, and it's back in this game, albeit in a bit more of a simplified way. I think there's only, I want to say 7 copy abilities in this game compared to Adventure, which had like 20-something, I think, or close to it, but there's kind of a reason for that, and we'll see what we mean here. Anyways, that's it for Stage 1. Got the same goal game as Adventure, which is nice. And that'll just open up the second level here. Now then, that enemy there would have given fire, but I'm actually going to hold on to Parasol if I can here, and there's kind of some reasons that I'll get into in a little bit. If we keep heading through here, we have a mini-boss here. I don't actually remember this guy's name, but he gives the fire ability here. I remember some of the mini-bosses in this, but this one's kind of eluding to me here at the moment. We can do a diagonal attack. He's not too bad, though. Not too bad. And for defeating him, we could suck him up to get the fire ability, but check it out! This is Rick the Hamster! So, Dreamland 3's, or also that game, but no, Dreamland 2's main gimmick is that basically now, in addition to copy abilities, we now have the introduction of animal friends, which there's, as the title screen kind of alluded to, there's 3 main animal friends in this game. There's this one, which is Rick the Hamster. The game sometimes, I could be wrong about this. I want to say that now, like, I was always under the impression he was a hamster, but apparently, like, some modern material, like, I think a modern Nintendo description of, like, one of the later re-releases of this game, like, tries to say that Rick just looks like a hamster, but that he's not actually a hamster or something. I don't know if that's true at all. That to me seems about as bogus as the whole Miyamoto is Bowser Jr.'s dad thing that goes around, but it's something weird anyway. But basically, Rick the hamster, and later in the game we'll also be introduced to Coo the owl and Kine the fish. Anyways, this level is going to introduce one more kind of major thing that we'll be going after here, and I'll allude to that when we get to it. I'm actually not sure where it is, I just have it written in my notes somewhere that I need Rick and the parasol ability for something. Rick's a little interesting. He can't fly, and I don't think he has one of his signature gimmicks from the next game in it. No, okay, I'm thinking of the next game. Rick in later games can, like, wall jump, I think, but yeah, he doesn't have that in this one. But yeah, he's kind of just a jumper in this game, and whenever you have an animal partner, they change the properties of what the abilities are. This is the main thing that I wanted Rick and Parasol for, because I think that's the only way you're getting in this here. Break this block here, and we got a thing. These, I'm just gonna look up the name of these so I actually remember these from. So that item that we just collected was called a rainbow drop. The rainbow drops, there's one of those in each world, and they're gonna be very important by the end of the game there, so we're gonna want to try and collect them all as we go along here. I have notes written down on where they all are and kind of what to bring for each level with them, but yeah. And I think usually they're within, like, the 3rd or 4th stages of each world here. Some of the worlds start getting a bit lengthier as they kind of go along, but nothing too crazy. This was a Game Boy game after all. And I think, I could be wrong, but I want to say this game, for being on the Game Boy, I think it saves after every level, kind of like Adventure does, I think. So, very lenient in that regard anyway. Very, very, very lenient, especially maybe that was common for the time. This was 95, but it is really nice that that's a thing. Anyways, let's take on the first boss here. Oh my god, I haven't seen a tree before. It's Wispy Woods! We could have seen that one coming. And he's pretty easy still. He has a couple of unique attacks, but he's not that tricky there. And that was pretty quick for a video there. I think I'm gonna keep going a little bit. It's still pretty early on in the video here, so let's go off to Big Forest, which is level 2 here. And right away, I think we might even be introduced to another new character right off the bat here, actually. This world also just has 3 levels here. It's not too bad, actually. I'd say we can probably knock most of those out here. This world's a little bit more kind of aesthetically pleasing in a way. Take my parasol back here. If I see a different ability, I'll switch out for something else, because we've seen Rick with this ability a lot. Such as... can get this, which is the fire ability. I should mention this, actually. Fire and Rick seems like it's more like actual how fire normally works. Is there any way... I don't remember if there's a button to kind of just dismantle Rick here, but I guess that won't really matter too much because We're introduced to the second animal buddy here. This is Coo the Owl. Coo's really cool. I think he's generally seen as, like, the fan favorite character in this. Plus, he has, like, maybe the best of the songs in this game, too. Each of the animal partners has their own distinct theme. Coo and Parasol is one of the best abilities in the game because it's kind of just the tornado ability, except it has a lot of iframes, does a lot of damage. It's probably one of the best abilities in the game, if not maybe even the best. That was the cutter ability there. I could show that off as well there. This is another really good ability because Coo gets 3 blades, which is just awesome. Coo's just an awesome character in general. I think he's most people's favorites. Yeah, I'd say we got time for another level here. Why not? Okay, this level apparently I have to be on the lookout for... Yeah, that. I might need to re-enter this level to get that, actually. I don't know if I can... I know what ability I need for that, but I don't think I can get that with this here. I didn't even see a spot where I could get the ability I need for this in general, so yeah, I must have to re-enter this level here. That's all good, though. That's all good. If I see the ability, I'll keep an eye out for it. This game has a really nice thing where once you beat a level, you can just kind of exit the level right then and there, and I could be wrong, but I want to say it does save your progress. I'll have to double check. That's the ability I need there. This is Needle. Needle was an ability introduced in Adventure, but kind of became a bit forgotten over time. Like, it's in some of the games, but outside of Dreamland and the anime series, I don't really remember it that much. I know it's in Return to Dreamland and Triple Deluxe as well. It might be in Robobot, I don't actually remember. I only remember it's in Triple Deluxe because I know they kind of nerfed it from Return to Dreamland, if I remember right. Anyways, I could have sworn that, like, if you didn't get everything, it didn't show the star on the map screen there, but... Oh well, let's just go ahead and grab this rainbow drop here. And I'm gonna test this here. I want to say we can just exit the level here, and it'll keep that collected. Since it's right here, I may as well just double check that. Yes, Kirby's Dream Land 2 is very progressive for the time. Thank you for following the Donkey Kong Country model there. Let's just finish off this world here. We can make this a 2-world video here just to kind of keep things rolling here. These first 2 worlds are pretty short. They will start getting a bit longer as the game goes on here, but yeah. Okay. This would be a room that would be really nice to have Parasol for, but I mean, I got through it with Kine here all the same. Here we have... I can tell this is definitely a Parasol enemy. I don't know if this is named Drifter or if I'm thinking of a monster from the anime series, because I know there was a umbrella monster named Drifter in that. I think that might have been the same creature there. And if we defeat him... It's Gooey! So this character will have more of an impression in the next game as well, but yeah, if you basically collect an animal buddy that you already have, like, you're supposed to... If I didn't have Coo, that would have given me Coo again, but since I have him, Gooey shows up there again. I think Gooey is basically just supposed to be like a health refill, so... And going here. There's the stage goal. Come on, let's get a 1-up. And I'm missing that. It's all good, though. We'll get plenty of lives in this game here anyway. Time for the boss of this world already. Let's do this here. So this is... I believe... There's a part of me that wanted to call this guy Trough and Scoff, but no, I don't think that's what this guy's name is. Again, and I almost wanted to call him Pawn and Con, but that's not it either. This boss is Rough and Nelly. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have remembered that if I saved my life there. I think these guys kind of just become a normal enemy as time goes on. Like, it's not really a... like a... super well-known boss. I'm thinking of a... There's a different boss in Dreamland 3 that's like this that gets brought back for Star Allies. I guess in essence it's also the same as like the Lolo and Malala fight though as well. So... But yeah, he's pretty easy. And with that, that's gonna do it for this episode of Kirby's Dream Land 2. We completed 2 worlds in one video, which is impressive, so next time we'll start off the 3rd world, which is called Ripplefield. I'll see you guys for that then. Have yourselves a great day, and peace out.